Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm here with my September Rereadathon Reflections video. The prompt for September was to reread a book that is labeled for below your current age group. So if you're an adult, read something that's children's, middle grade, or YA. If you're like 15, then read something that's children's or middle grade, etc. I, for this prompt, picked We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, although honestly, most of the books I've reread so far this year have been YA, just because that's a lot of what I read more than like 3 years ago. So realistically, the stuff I want to reread, mostly YA. But this is a young adult contemporary novel about a girl whose grandfather died. She's in college on her first break, and her former best friend shows up who she's estranged from, and it's just a very emotional story. It's very slow, but I really loved it. Michael, who had the YouTube channel Catalyst Reads, I think he's gone now, he originally created this readathon, and when I was talking to him about hosting it, this was his one request, that he wanted me to reread this book, because I read it the summer that we were friends and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars, and then I recommended it to him, and I think he DNF'd it pretty quickly. So I think he just wants to see if my opinion stays the same, changes, whatever. I've read Nina LaCour before. This was not my first of her books, and I have loved her before. So honestly, I really do expect my opinion to stay the same. Like, I would be very surprised if this book drops at all from me, and I'll be shocked if it's not an amazing 4-star read, at the very least. But it's probably gonna be 5 stars. It hasn't been that long since I read it, and I love Nina LaCour. I love this book. This was one of my top books that year, and I'm really excited to give this a reread, because honestly, even if Michael hadn't requested that I pick up this book again, I probably still would have. So I wanted to do a quick update on We Are Okay. I am about, well, I was going to say halfway. That's not quite halfway, but I wanted to stop now because I don't think I'm going to stop again. This book is just as amazing as I remembered it. And I know it gets more like mediocre reception now. Like, it got a lot of hype when it came out, and then now I mostly see it getting like 3 stars. But I just adore it. I think the writing in this is beautiful. And it's so beautiful that I'm almost just like disappointed when things happen in the plot and the story, because I just want it to be like all about the writing. I love Nina LaCour's writing. I just get so absorbed in it, and I love it so much. Like, it's already made me cry. Like, it made me cry like 44 pages in. I think it's so beautiful. Like, just beautiful in every way. I adore this book. It's just all about friendship and love and grief in like the best possible way. And I love how beautiful it is, but how real it feels in that beauty. Like, it finds beauty in the mundane, and it makes these real relationships, these real lives, this real pain in the most lyrical way possible. It's really beautiful, and I'm so glad I'm rereading this. Like, I just sat down and flew through the first like third or however far I am in, and my next update will probably come when I finish this book and just talk about how beautiful it is again, because oh my god, like, I love this, and this really makes me want to read the rest of Nina LaCour's books, because I've read 2 of her books and I really love them both. The first was her debut, Hold Still, I think that was her debut, and then this, which came out in 2018, I think, just amazing. 2017. This came out in 2017. Just amazing, just beautiful, just oh my god, like, this hits me so hard emotionally, and I love her writing. Like, I definitely recommend this book to people who just like really love a beautiful lyrical writing style. I finished We Are Okay. It's been like an hour and a half since my last update, and I'm pretty sure I spent an hour of that crying. That's why my nose is still red, because like I literally just finished this like 5 minutes ago. It's so good. Like, you ever read something and you remember it's like an amazing book, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna reread this amazing book, and it's just like better than you remembered. Like, oh my god, like, the sadness in this is just so real. Like, there's so many books that rely on like cheap ploys to make the reader sad. Like, they're going to write this character that's like, I don't know, a really nice character, and he's just this character will be like a nice person, and then they just kill him off and be like, okay, now you're sad because the nicest character in this book died. And it's like, okay, well, I'm sad, but I also know that I'm being manipulated into that sadness, which, like, is fine. Like, that's still gonna make me cry and sad, but, like, I do feel manipulated, so it does feel slightly false to me. This book is nothing like that. Like, this is just so painfully sad in, like, every way, and it's so touching and so real, and oh my god, like, I love this. This is potentially the best book I've read this year, including all of the rereads that I've given 5 stars, and like all the new books I read, including Missoula and the Radium Girls and all of that, and maybe even The President's Daughter, although that's like, I don't know. But like, this is just amazing. Like, I don't know, it touches me so deeply, and it's just like such a moving story, and like all the sadness, all the pain, and all the love in this book, and it's just like, I don't know, like the title says everything about this. It's just, we are okay. Like, they're not trying to heal, they're not trying to make everything better again, they're not trying to suffer through the pain, they're just trying to survive, they're just trying to be okay, and it's beautiful. Like, I love this. I don't know what else to say. Like, filming a review for this book is gonna be hard because it's just like so sad and so wonderful, and like, oh my god. Like, I know some people don't really like this book, and I just, like, I don't understand why. Like, I know it's not for everyone, and that's fine. It's just one of those things that, like, this is amazing. This is a book I'm going to reread again and again, and probably keep rereading until the end of time, because I love it. I love this. It's wonderful and beautiful, and it really makes me want to read more of Nina LaCour soon. Because, like, I've read her 2 books, but I know she has at least 1 more, and probably, like, a couple more, because she's been around since I was in high school. Because that was when I read her debut, and I just, this is a beautiful book. Like, I highly, highly recommend this. It's just one of my favorites of all time. The October prompt is to reread a book that makes you cry or emotional, and emotional doesn't have to mean sad, it can be any emotion, which is ironic considering that book could have been for this prompt, and like, I think it originally was, but I just felt like reading it for September instead. And yeah, I can't imagine wanting to read another sad book anytime soon, but it's still early September, so I have like 3 weeks before I have to think about it, and then an entire month of October to read it. I will probably be reading A Mango-Shaped Space by Wendy Mass. This is a middle grade book about a girl who has synesthesia, whose grandfather also dies. So 2 books about grandfathers dying. But this is wonderful. This book always makes me cry. I could potentially reread All the Rage as well by Courtney Summers, which I read around the same time that I read Nina LaCour's We Are Okay. That is on my list to reread at some point because I loved it so, so much. But I will definitely be reading A Mango-Shaped Space. I haven't gotten to this book in a couple of years, I think, and it's one that I read regularly, so I'm very interested to get back to this, and just like, I know I'm going to love it. I've returned to it so many times that I don't think there will be any surprises with this one. As always, let me know if you are still participating in the Rereadathon or if you're going to participate. The links will be down below. As always, check them out if you're interested. And I've been having such a wonderful time doing this, even when it makes me cry, like this month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all again soon. Puppy, what are you doing back there? Hi. Do you want to be in the video? You can be in the video. You're very cute.